I was really, really lacking confidence. I had such low self esteem. It was awful. Divorced, I was left with $55,000 worth of debt, full financial responsibility for my four college age kids. So I went
Wow.
from completely broken in debt to $1 million in 3 years. I'm no bigger than you. I'm no greater than you. I'm not smarter than you. I'm not prettier than you. I'm the same person as you. And that for me just eliminates, I would say, half of the lack of confidence and the nerves that can come being in any kind of environment where you're the center of attention.
Forbes interview or Vanity Fair shoot?
And so I did that, and my life, literally, my outer world started to change so fast. And I was like, whoa.
Welcome to Confidence Secrets, the podcast where presence meets power. I'm your host, Kate Zeus, a self-presentation coach helping ambitious women refine how they show up on stage, on camera, and everywhere in the world. Today's guest is Lisa Easton, a self-made millionaire and founder of Millionaire Morning Mamas Academy. Just a few years ago, she was broke single mom. But by shifting her mindset, she changed everything. Lisa, I would love for you to kick things off and tell a little bit more about your journey and what led you here.
Sure. Well, thank you so much, first of all, for having me. Such a pleasure and honor to be on your podcast. I loved meeting you in person. But my journey has been very interesting. So I was married for 23 years. We have four children together, divorced for probably 7 now. And I was left with $55,000 worth of debt from that marriage and full financial responsibility for my four college age kids at the time. So no support at all. And so multiple rent payments, multiple car payments, tuitions, food. I mean, everything for 5 adults, I was left completely responsible for, including the family home and the cars and everything. So I pretty much lost it all. I lost the house. I lost the cars. I displaced the kids. I had to move into a room in my sister's house because I had nothing. And I decided that I just had to figure out if I could just control one thing, it would be my mind. So how can I fix my mind, right? I felt like something had to be broken and it was probably my mind, right? So I said, how can I fix that? And I started studying habits of wealthy people. I started learning about manifestation and the law of attraction and like all this stuff. And I was like, wow, like if I could learn that and like implement it into my life, maybe something will change for me. I was at my lowest moment, obviously, right? And so I did that, and my life, literally, my outer world started to change so fast. And I was like, whoa, this is a direct connection to the work that I'm doing. So I got a 6-figure job. I started making big bonuses on my jobs. I started paying down my debt quickly. I was able to take care of the kids and get our family back together and like all those things. And that was the journey. And then I was like, wait, I can teach women around the world how to do this just by attracting money and attracting wealth and abundance into your life. And so I started teaching it on social media, on Instagram specifically, and it grew to $1 million brand in 3 years. So I went from
Wow.
completely broken in debt to $1 million in 3 years.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
a journey. I
Wild.
love that. Yeah, amazing. And that's why I love having those podcasts and the people like you, because I feel that where you were years ago speaks to many women. I
Oh,
feel like
yeah,
many women find themselves in those situations. Often
absolutely.
they are afraid to walk away from the situations they are in. They're afraid to make a change, allow themselves to make change. And I'm so happy to have you here. And I cannot wait to dive into more to know
Yeah.
your tricks and tips. But before we go deeper into conversation, I would love to have a quick fire round with you to know your personality even more.
Okay.
So, are you ready for this? Don't
I'm ready.
overthink.
I'm
First,
ready.
whatever comes to mind. Okay,
Okay.
coffee, tea, or matcha?
Tea.
Heels or sneakers?
Heels.
Bold red lip look or clean girl look?
Clean girl.
Pick from a big stage or work with a client one to one.
Big stage.
5 a.m. clarity or midnight inspiration.
5 a.m.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Power suit or flowy dress.
Flowy dress.
Forbes interview or Vanity Fair shoot.
Ooh,
Both.
both.
I love it. Let's
Oh,
manifest it.
yes.
And the last one, be center of attention or power behind the scenes.
Oh, center of attention.
Love that for you. Thanks for playing.
Sure.
And now let's dive into the main part. So, you worked closely with rich women, with the ultra high net worth women, style, strategy, presence, all this connected. When you walk into a room, whether it's mastermind or stage or private interaction, what's first impression you aim to leave? What energy or visual cues you are intentional about during making this first impression?
Yeah, for me, it's authenticity is like my number one thing. I feel like if you are authentic to yourself, then everything should display that way. So the first thing that I want my clients to know, or even if I am on a big stage, is that I'm the same person as you. I'm no bigger than you. I'm no greater than you. I'm not smarter than you. I'm not prettier than you. I'm the same person as you. And I feel like I get that all the time when I'm with my clients. They're like, oh my gosh, like you're me, like we're the same person. And so I feel like I'm accurately giving that off, that energy. And I think that just making sure that I'm in eye contact and I always like want to greet someone warmly first. So when I greet my clients, they come in, I've never met them before, but I hug every single one of them. I'm not afraid to do that and to make them feel warmth. And then one of the things that I try to convey over time is that anything is possible. Anything is possible. And that's the energy that I like to try to exude.
And I know in your work you talk a lot about mindset and inner work, but also curious when you're stepping into powerful moments. You already mentioned eye contact, right? And you're hugging people. It's very interesting. Maybe you have any other body language cues that you are always aware, maybe something about your posture or gestures or some shift in your body that signals to yourself, I'm in command.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I always feel that way. I just have that energy. I feel like I am in command, and I prove that in my daily life all the time with the companies that I run and the success that I've had, and being a mom and being a grandmother and a single mother of four children. Like, it's beyond the money. You know what I'm saying? The money is one thing, and the wealth and the success is one thing. But behind the scenes, I'm a mom of four, single mom of four. Their dad passed away when he was 48 years old, just a couple of years ago. And so I have a grandbaby. And what I do in that world is most important. Right. And so I have to manage a lot of people and a lot of things and a lot of tasks and all the moving pieces that go on behind the scenes, the family vacations. And I plan all of that for everybody. You know, we're getting ready to go to Rosemary Beach in August. I take the month of August off and I'm taking 14 of them with me, those two babies, and then everybody up the line with significant others. And we're all staying in one house. And so I have to do a lot of that in my own personal life. So I feel very empowered in my own personal life. And that just translates over to business, right? I am in control. I am the CEO. I'm the founder, and I feel that, right? So I feel like I exude that energy. And I do that through, I would say, eye contact, hand gestures, but really posture. You know, when I come in, I am who I am, right? And I feel that energy on the inside of me. So it's not hard to convey that in my body language.
That's what I'm talking about, that you don't need to perform. And most likely, you will not be able to perform when the important moment comes and you're like, you need to turn it on. It doesn't work like this. You need to become it. It
Yes.
should become your like natural thing.
Absolutely.
And sometimes it comes from practice. I'm sure there were times, maybe it's your childhood or maybe the teens age, when you didn't feel the same, when you didn't feel that confident.
Mm.
What helped you to overcome that, and how you consciously maybe rebuilt and elevated your confidence?
Yeah, I have not always been this way. I mean, obviously, right? Like I had a really hard life, a hard childhood, so I was not like this. But I think that honestly, working around wealthy executives taught me a lot. Like I watched how the women would operate in meetings and, you know, like being millionaires and billionaires and how they would present in meetings. And it wasn't like anything over the top or crazy. I just saw that they were coming in as themselves, right? And like that's what I hold on to is like if I am comfortable with myself and I can be content with myself in that I'm okay, right? I don't have to perform, I don't have to pretend, I don't have to create something. I'm good just who I am. You take it or you leave it. And that's kind of how I feel. So when I enter a room or when I enter a meeting, I'm just like I heard Oprah say this years ago and it has never left me. I'll never forget it. She was going on a stage to do something and the cameras were on her and other people were going on the stage with her and she said, "Okay, everybody, just be yourself." It never left me. Like I always thought. So I think about that often. I'm like, you're good enough just who you are. You don't have to become anything else. So that's what I live by.
But it comes from a high level of self awareness and self acceptance. I
Yeah.
feel what I always, not always, but often see that women unfortunately face that like a barrier in accepting. Like
Yes.
um, it comes in small things.
Yeah.
Let me give you some example. Like when you take a picture with someone and there's like, oh no, it's not my working angle. Let's change it. But I understand that, especially if you are like professional model or you are
Yeah.
in a red carpet. But when you're taking a picture with a person on like a regular conference or friends event, you should be good to yourself. You are beautiful the way you are, left side,
Mm,
right side. Only it's only you who knows the difference. It doesn't matter for other people. So
yeah.
don't be hard on yourself and
Mhm.
just accept the way you are.
Yeah.
And just if you don't like something, work on this, right?
Right.
So
Absolutely.
how do you work on this basically? Do you have any rituals, weekly check-ins with yourself, maybe journaling, maybe just
Mhm.
any tips you can share with us?
Yeah, I for sure do a lot of self-care. So I spend a lot of time on myself. So it has allowed me to see myself very vulnerably and also fix the things that might be a hindrance for me, right? That might be making me not feel as confident. And I'm okay with that. Like I think that as you get older, you have to really care for yourself in order to feel great and look great and there's nothing wrong with that. So I spent a lot of time caring for myself in every aspect, exercise, skincare, hair care, everything that you can think of, I do. But I also have the internal practices of meditations and affirming myself and writing down, positive affirmations about myself. And I've had to use that over the years because I was really, really lacking confidence. Like I had such low self-esteem. It was awful. And so these practices has helped me to rebuild that self-esteem, that self-confidence, but it's coming from such a different place now, which I love. You know what I mean? It was very much superficial before when I was doing it, but now it's so internal. So my inner woman is strengthened and confident. And I feel like that exudes on the outside.
And let's talk about some practical also things like clothing choice or maybe makeup choice or
Mm,
even timing. Do you have any rules here? Like you don't wear something when go on stage or in public, or
mm,
what about your makeup or hair routine? Or maybe you have some time scheduling thing, like you don't do ABC things at 9 a.m. Like for example, don't do camera work or
mhm,
something like that.
mhm. Yeah, I don't typically talk till like after 11 o'clock in the morning. So I spend like 6 a.m. to 11 just by myself doing whatever I'm doing. I just love that time and I hate when it's disrupted. I don't like to talk until 11. I just feel like everyone is saying so many things. It's so many words. And it's just like from social media to you turn the TV on to the meetings that I have all day long. It's all words, 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 so I give myself that window of this quiet silence. Like I don't have to listen to anyone and I don't have to say anything. And I love that time. That's my morning routine. As far as makeup and hair, I mean, I just believe in it. I think you feel your best when you have done the things that make you feel your best. It may not be makeup for everybody. It may not be. Some people don't love, and that's perfectly fine. But for me, I love to get up and I love to do my makeup. I don't do it every day, obviously, but I like the way that I feel when I'm made up and put together. And so I make that a priority. And I tell my daughters that all the time too. I'm like, Get up tomorrow. If they're going through something hard and we've had a hard, situation happening, I say, get up tomorrow and do your hair and makeup and get out. Get out of that apartment, get out of that house, right? You have to step out and step into the energy that you want to feel. It will come, but it's not going to come before you step into it. You have to step into it first. And so I hold to that pretty dearly in my own life.
You've coached a lot of women on creating wealth, but
So many.
presence is also part of the currency.
Mhm.
So, what are your top three presence principles, whether you're leading a business, stepping on stage, or just simply being seen? As far as I understood, first, just be yourself. We already got it, right?
Be yourself. Yeah, be yourself. Be prepared. Being prepared will help you not feel nervous, not feel, you have to be prepared. So I say, be yourself, be prepared, and know the space that you're walking into. So even ahead of time, like before I did soiree, I was able to see the rooms. I was able to see where I'll be sitting. I was able to see where the booth is going to be because that gives me a familiarity that quiets my anxiety that might want to come up. So I always say, be yourself, be prepared, and know your space and your area. And confidence confidence comes by practicing confidence. You don't get it any other way. You got to keep doing the things that challenge you, that may feel uncomfortable in order to feel comfortable in those environments in the future. Like I was not nervous at all at soiree. I've done this so many times. I was just like so ready, like get me out there. Put me in front of the people. You know what I mean? So you have to prepare and practice. And I practice. Like people don't realize it. Before my master classes, even though they're right here on Zoom, I practice my slides, my presentations. I go over them. I make sure that I know what I'm talking about so that it comes out with confidence and ease.
Absolutely. I feel so many people underestimate the power of preparation. Even even those who are already seasoned speakers or
Yeah.
professionals,
Yeah.
still,
They prepare.
yeah, why don't you use even like 1 to 3% of additional things that will add to your confidence or to
Absolutely.
your energy on stage, right?
Mm.
If you have this, why just don't use it? I feel like all often I hear from women that they like, oh, I like to speak from my heart. I don't want to be it rehearsed, or I don't want to be over prepared. I want to feel the audience. But I feel like the more you prepared, the more you are prepared for situations which are not prepared.
You have to. You have to prepare. Like, I mean, you can't assume that you're just going to walk out there and know everything, and you have to be prepared. And that for me just eliminates, I would say, half of the lack of confidence and the nerves that can come being in any kind of environment where you're the center of attention, right? I'm like, I know this. I know this like the back of my hand, so I'm good.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we close, Lisa, where can our listeners find you, follow your journey, and stay connected with everything that you're building? And also tell us about your new podcast. I heard
Oh
some
my
things.
gosh, I'm so excited. So Instagram is at Lisa M. Easton. That's simple. Website is lisameaston.com. And the podcast is going to be launching in September. We are filming
Mm.
season one starting in about a week from now. And we have some really top celebrity guests that are going to be on the podcast. I'm so excited about that. And then we have some experts in their areas and gurus and like, oh my gosh, it's going to be great. So it's called Her Rich Life podcast and it's beyond the money. It's about what is a rich life to you. And it's women focused, empowerment centered, and it's going to be raw and real. And I can't wait.
Wow, thanks a lot. I will leave all the links below. So make sure you follow Lisa and stay tuned for her podcast launch. I'm very excited. Also, be sure you follow Modern Day Wife because of Modern Day Wife, we're here talking to each other. So, any things that women should know, but we haven't talked about?
I would say that it really is possible. It really is possible. You have to be surrounded by the right people, given access to the right opportunities. But with those two ingredients together, you're limitless. There's nothing you can't do.
Thanks for the inspiration and motivation. And
Sure.
of course, thanks everyone who is listening. So don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more powerful conversations like this with women who are redefining what confidence and presence and what woman modern woman looks like.
Mhm.
So thanks a lot. And I will see you in the next episode of Confident Secrets.